Welcome back to Tales of Symphonia. This part's pretty boring up until the cutscene time, so we're probably going to keep talking about Persona 5 because we've both been playing it, honestly. So, you know.
I thought we talked a lot about it. Do we have anything else?
Apparently we do. I was going to say apparently we do because we keep talking about it in between episodes as well. So.
Well, what else you got for me? Because I think I guess exhausted myself on it.
That's fair. I was going to say we don't really have to. I was going to say for this, by the way, I suppose I should talk about the puzzle that's going on in here. Basically, some vines react to light, and it's really not programmed really well, because this vine should be retracting.
Yeah, it's got to be at a certain...
Yeah, it's not programmed great. Either it's not programmed great, or I can't do it from this side. I can't remember which it is. I think I just say I'll try it on the other side eventually, but it's very specific. And for some reason there's a plant with boxing gloves, so, you know. I mean, I guess it's an innovative enemy. I don't think you see that in most RPGs.
Yeah, I think it's going for the nonsensical stuff.
Yeah.
Because, can't remember now, there have been plenty of other, I think we fought a snowman at one point.
If we don't, we fight one later.
Yeah, like
or something similar to a snowman.
Part of me says we fought a literal snowman with sticks for arms and a top hat.
That might be true, I can't remember. See, like, I'm right on it, and I'm just like, wait a second, this should be working. What's going on? Like, it's real specific. Like,
oh my gosh, that is very sensitive.
Let's see if I figure it out. Because sometimes all you have to do is stand next to it and not actually hold the button. That's the thing.
Wow.
Yeah. It's, I'm wondering if they fix that in the PS2/PS3 release.
Or the PC.
Or as we discussed 2 episodes ago, I don't know if anything got fixed for the PC. At least initially.
Well, I think nowadays it is
better now.
Fixed. I haven't bothered to get it because we're already going through it as it is. I would just spending hours to get up to where we're already going to be.
Right. I was going to say, there's a couple extras that you would have, admittedly, for the PS or the PC version. It's just not everything.
Let me check my wish list because I don't think I've got much in terms of JRPGs anymore.
I'm trying to think of what I'd want to do.
I mean, I think I've got Valkyria Chronicles. That's about it.
Yeah, I do want to do that one. I'm actually surprised they didn't release Persona 5 for more than just PlayStation.
Everybody asked, please put it on PC, but they said from the way it's designed, it's only going to work on 3 and 4.
Wait, excuse me, why is that? I have several questions, Atlas.
It's probably the, engine. It's the engine, yeah.
See, they say that, but I'm almost positive that, and this isn't Atlas, but this is Sega, so Sega could help in this regards. I'm almost positive that the Bayonetta engine was not meant for a Wii U or PC, and guess where they are now?
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's because it makes it an exclusive for Sony, so that if people really want to get in on it, like, oh, I gotta get a Sony machine.
Which isn't a bad thing, because I was going to say, there's not very many exclusives, except for on Nintendo anymore, is there?
Wait, Sony exclusives?
No, Sony or Microsoft. Microsoft killed one.
Yeah, Microsoft doesn't really have any, they have exclusives, but they've either milked them dry or...
Apparently they haven't.
I guess they're not as well known.
I was going to say, apparently they haven't, because Halo still sells.
I mean, Halo always sells. It's going to help sell like Call of Duty does, so it's still been milked dry. Like, they had the recent Gears of War as well.
I was going to say, I guess speaking of, by the way, apparently they're going back to World War II now for Call of Duty?
That actually looks kind of interesting from how it's looking like it's going to be Saving Private Ryan, and I think they also said that they're ditching the whole regenerative jello in your face health thing.
That'll be
I think they're actually going to go to its... I was like, wow, no one's done that for a while.
Like,
so.
I want to play it from what you're saying now, but I have one worry about it: if it sells. Because if it doesn't sell well, they're going to go right back to it.
Yeah, I learned my mistakes with... I guess actually we're both Bethesda titles, but I learned my mistakes with Fallout 4 and Dishonored 2. Fallout 4, I was like, I don't care about... I think I ignored everything everyone said about it and got it anyway. It was fun. And then in retrospect, I was like, wow, this is really boring. Story is pretty bad. I don't think I've gone back to it. Completely ignored my mistake there. Pre-ordered Dishonored 2. Came out. I didn't play it for like, I think maybe a week or a month. I can't remember, because all anyone wanted to talk about was this game.
Yeah.
It was terribly optimized.
Yeah.
So I didn't even touch it. And the shame is, I pre-ordered it, so that would have meant I could play it a day early, but I didn't, because everyone was talking about, I can't even make it. I'm getting 3 FPS here.
Right.
I can't get past here. It's a good game if you can run it.
Right. One quick thing, by the way, about that black chest, that eventually becomes the biggest side quest in the game. It leads to the super boss.
So the super boss?
It leads to the super boss. So, you know, I may as well talk about it since I brought it up. I've talked about this a little bit in chat, but you know how I've talked about there's like 8 or so weapons called Devil's Arms in chat, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the first one that we see, at least. So you need to collect all 8, maybe it's 10. Either way, however many of them there are, you collect them all and unlock the super boss.
Oh, was that? I think that was in the cutscene, in the very intro or something. There's something that had like 8 arms.
No, they're not.
Else.
I was gonna say they're not in the cutscene. They're the best weapons in the game if you spend the time to power them up. Because once you beat the super boss, so I mean at that point, why does it matter anymore? But besides the point, every time you kill an enemy with one of the weapons, they get stronger.
Oh, I guess it makes farming a lot easier.
Yeah. So I mean, for subsequent playthroughs, they probably wouldn't be bad. I just don't want to use them because of their name. I'm not gonna lie. just click and drag. Click and drag.
Man, it's just one thing after another with the Pope.
I want to save that voice clip and just spam it on all the different threads when Pope Francis does something. Man, it's always something new with this Pope.
I want that. Oh my gosh. I was gonna say, oh.
My face when Pope Francis says something. Man, there's always something new with this Pope.
I know. I love. By the way, how has Pope Francis's trip in Egypt been going? Because I'm a little.
Fine, he hasn't. To my knowledge, nothing's come up. I mean,
I think he left today, didn't he?
I'm not sure. I know he said mass for the Catholic minority in Egypt.
I think so.
I think he's met with the imams, which is always met with the typical.
Persei is in danger. He went over to try to remove the X-Sphere. He's a bad man. We know X-Spheres are evil, but he's a bad man.
How's she in danger when she slapped him, though?
Yeah. It's like, oh, well, no means no, so I'm going to stop. Quick, beat him up. It's like, what? As I said, I actually really like this character, so I just never use him.
Yeah.
Because if I'm looking for damage, I'm going to use Persei. If I'm looking for other abilities, I'm going to use Colette, because Colette has... She can 100% steal. So it's like, okay, just going to use that late game to get the items I need. But from what I've heard, Regal is pretty fun to play as, because you don't actually have to play as Lloyd the entire game. You can play whichever character you want to. So
I'm assuming Regal just uses kicking skills.
Yeah. There's a reason for that later, but you kind of guessed earlier how it's like, oh, the sad warrior trope is here.
Oh, well, my hands have killed people, so I'm gonna kill them with my feet instead.
Hey, how'd you guess?
Oh my gosh, is it seriously it?
Yeah.
But it
These
defeats the
hands-
purpose. It's
these
like,
hands
I'm not
will
gonna
never-
strangle you to death,
I know.
I'm just gonna stomp your head in with my
These
feet.
hands will never be used for killing again, though, John. Only the feet. The feet.
That's why I'm gonna strap knives on my boots.
Yeah, pretty much. Have a switchblade.
Sheena, there were a lot of soldiers and they're all coming this way. Run away quickly.
Why does that sound like Timmy Turner?
Colette was right.
That is
Oh,
totally. That is
That is gonna
totally.
be Tara Strong.
I was gonna say that's totally Tara Strong, isn't it?
Shouldn't we get out of here?
Such an odd cameo.
Apple Knights are waiting for us if we go back.
It looks like we have no choice.
Hold on.
I'll take
Let
you
me
to the
see.
village of Mizuho.
What was
I think
that
they're
thing?
pronouncing.
What was that thing even called again?
Mizuho, a hidden village.
I can't remember. It's like it looked like a squirrel, but
We'll be tracked from both
I
sides
just can't
of
remember its
Medusa.
name.
There's nothing we can do but take shelter in the village.
Wait, why don't I just?
Okay,
What is her name again? I'm blanking. Tara Strong.
Carry the big guy for us.
Corin. Yeah. Oh wow, she actually voices one character that does not sound like Tara Strong. Congratulations, Tara Strong. That is amazing because most of the time you can tell right away it's Tara Strong.
Oh yeah, same with
Have a hard time by
Oh no, what's your name? I can't remember now. I absolutely love her voice. I love it.
Corin
She
Cleveland Beard?
voices. No, she does Azula.
Yeah.
Guitar.
Oh, Azula. Who's Azula's voice
I
actress?
can carry him myself.
I cannot remember her name. I love her voice so much.
Not Colleen.
He's got that deep, sultry voice.
Yeah.
Come on, we need to go.
By the way, we have met the other person that Tara Strong voices. Do you want to guess who it is?
It's Corin, right?
The other one. That doesn't sound like Tara Strong.
Oh no, who is it?
Presea.
Oh, I just haven't heard her speak as much.
That's true too, actually. But it actually doesn't sound like Tara Strong. But then
Oh, Great Lyle. Great
see,
Lyle.
I wonder if the reason it doesn't sound like Tara Strong is because Presea pretty much sounds like there's no voice acting for the line. So when she has to act, she sounds like Tara Strong. But when she doesn't have to act, it doesn't sound like Tara Strong. That's an
Maybe.
interesting theory. That's an interesting theory.
A game theory.
A game, but that's just a theory. A game.
That's why I gave the Pope Tales of Symphonia.
Oh my gosh.
Your Holiness, I'd like to present you with.
Tales of Symphonia.
Tales of
It proves you're evil. Look at all these things you've done.
You can't explain this. You can't explain it. They call you by name in this.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Do we want to make it even more stupid? Yeah. They even said that the Pope is like the Avatar. So these are your past lives.
Not much of a specimen.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Are we just making bad headcanon now? Like worse?
I mean, I don't know how you can make it even worse, but it's more laughable if anything.
Yeah. I mean, I like Tales of Symphonia, but there's a lot of... I don't know. There's a lot of... Yeah. I'm waiting for those people that tell us that you don't get Tales of Symphonia. It's like, no, we get exactly Tales of
I
Symphonia.
mean, even then, maybe, I don't know, everyone has their opinion, so
That's true, too.
maybe we don't get it, maybe we do, I don't know.
I think we're about to come up on that cutscene, by the way, that we find out that Sheena's name is not her name.
Yeah, that's right, because just, Sheena just, like, who names their... It's just,
Right.
sorry to anyone who has the name Sheena, but it just seems odd in an RPG, everyone has all these
And I'm almost
Regal
positive
names,
this-
and it's just, my name's
Right,
Sheena.
hold on. I'm almost positive this is the cutscene. That's why I'm curious. Special cards infused with powers. Guardian user, huh? When I first met you, I was surprised how you could fight with a piece of paper. When dwarfs create accessories, they create charms into them, right? It's similar to that. I see, so if I buy some paper and draw some charms on it, it's a secret art.
I
Become
fight
one
with
of-
Pokemon
hold on.
cards.
Let's see, you become one of us, like marrying. By the way, here we have the fact that Sheena likes Lloyd.
She seems like she's in her 20s, too.
Yeah, she's not too much older than Lloyd. Oh, I thought that was the cutscene. Apparently not. It's coming. I know it has to be coming. Because it's like, I remember that cutscene because it was funny. Because it's like, oh, Sheena has the... Sheena... But Lloyd is an idiot.
Is this the village that, was burned down a long time ago?
No, remember, we're in the other world.
Oh,
This is... Remember how we were talking about feudal Japan? We're in feudal Japan now.
Outsiders into the village.
I am prepared to accept my
I
punishment.
forgot. I should have understood with the music cues.
Yeah, that's true too.
From Silverant.
From Silverant?
Silverant?
You are from the dying world of Silverant?
No, that's why we just said we were.
They have that, like, that slight
I see.
racist, but not racist at the same time, Asian
Yeah.
accent.
Wait in front of the chief's house.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't notice it. I just thought it sounded like a bunch of white guys. But now that you say it, it does sound like a little bit.
So it's slight, so you can't say
Right.
they're being insensitive, but at the
Right.
same time, it doesn't sound like
Oh,
normal.
Yeah, exactly.
Where am I?
Mizuho.
You're a prisoner. Don't try.
No, that doesn't answer where we are.
I like to think that I'm smart enough not to start trouble when I don't understand the situation.
Especially since I've already had the tar beat out of me once. That'd be really stupid, Lloyd. Although to be fair,
Oh,
if he
wow.
was, to be fair, if Regal was using his hands, Lloyd would be dead. Not like
I could kill you with both of my hands tied behind my back.
Like,
Literally.
the thing is, you see why later on. I don't want to ruin it. Like, he is a beast with his hands.
Wow.
That's like another 30 episodes, though. That's the sad thing. So just remember that when you see him use his hands, remember back to episode 30.
Just seems so odd to have a random Japanese village in the middle of like a Western Europe themed world.
Well, that's the thing. They're hidden. Nobody. That's why you brought outsiders, Sheena. Nobody's supposed to know here. But I don't get why it's hidden, because it's not like it's that hidden.
That was the whole thing that I found odd about, I think, in Uncharted 3. The city was hidden in a dust storm, I think. And I figured, well, somebody was going to find that eventually.
Yeah. I mean, somebody probably did find that, honestly. It's like, alright, before we had cars, I could see it. But after we got cars, it's like, well...
We have satellite technology, and you're telling me we can't
it.
find a lost city in a desert in a sandstorm.
It has EMP sand dust. Yeah, that's it.
It's magic.
Oh, magic.
Well, that's what was weird, because the first two Uncharted's, I think, did the supernatural, where they had, the first one was like some kind of curse, and people that inhaled it could never die. The second one had like the weird Tibetan massive gorilla man. But like the third one was just like, nah, God didn't punish the city. They just drank a nerve agent that made them go crazy and kill each other. I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I haven't liked Naughty Dog in a while, but it definitely seemed like they started going downhill, particularly.
I don't know. I never played 4, so I can't judge 4. But 3,
I'm not gonna lie. What was that zombie game they made? I'm not a fan.
The Last of Us?
Yeah, not a fan.
I actually really liked that. I watched someone else play through it, but
I did too, and I did not like it. The gameplay looked great. The story looked like crap.
Thank you.
The story was actually really good.
I actually really disliked the story.
What, just because of the ending?
The ending, and then what's her face? What's her face? Like, she made puns, which that was great, but it's like, okay, we have a gay character to be a gay character, I guess. Great.
Oh, from the DLC?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Oh, I mean, I'm talking about the vanilla game itself.
Yeah, that may have been what ruined it for me, honestly, was the DLC. Because it's like, if it's important to the plot, I mean, it's fine, but if it's just there to be there, I don't think it was important to the plot.
Someone asked me why I came all the way to Teth'ella.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong. If somebody wants to explain how it's important to the plot, I'm at least willing to listen. I may not agree, but I am willing to listen.
I'm tired of people having to become sacrifices. I'm tired of discrimination. I'm tired of people becoming victims.
Wow, that seems really awkward after what I was just saying, but it's not like I was discriminating. But somebody could say that I was, even though I wasn't, whatever.
So long as that structure remains the same, anything you say is mere sophistry.
Then we need to change
Wow, we are one ritualistic suicide and a bowl of ramen away from a phone call from the ULCA.
Then we should be able to change it as well.
Wait, is it the ULCA? No.
Is that Persona 3?
No, I'm thinking of I'm talking about an actual real-life organization.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Oh, there's even a Daruma doll. Oh, check that off of my Japanese bingo.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it? It's not UCLA is something else. That's University of Los Santos. I'm thinking of Southern Poverty Law Center.
By the way they approach philosophy is it's so twisted. Like, a lot of what they're saying here is kind of the start where they try to tackle philosophy, but it's like, that's just not addressing the entire problem. That's addressing itty-bitty pieces.
Yes, we will use our
Oh, what, like Facebook?
Yeah. Ninja book.
I will send you the details via iMessage.
Oh my gosh. No, Ninja, an end message for Ninja.
I'll let you in on our information network. Can you keep it secret? We use AOL.
Nobody suspects the AOL.
No one suspects it because it doesn't run. They shut it down.
Did they? No.
I think they did.
AOL still has to be running because AOL still provides internet service.
And last I checked, Justin Timberlake owns MySpace.
I don't care what you guys do.
We're going to look for
That
a way
was
to change the
that
two
was a
worlds.
bad plan, Justin Timberlake.
Work together.
Agreed. Then I hereby order Sheena to
stop
continue
it.
to accompany you. This time, however, not just as
Okay.
an observer.
AOL, I don't think you're probably telling us the full story of what Pope Francis said here. I have a hunch.
But Taiga
Oh yeah, AOL has its own news, I think.
Yeah, it does, and it says Pope Francis says Norway could. Hold on, go back.
Given a choice between the
Norway could end North Korean crisis. I have a hunch that's not the entire story. Just a hunch. I could be wrong, but
Never is.
yeah, I was just knowing how the media is with Pope Francis. Pope Francis loves the gays. No, I mean he does love the gays, but he does not say that being gay is okay.
Now the first thing we shall do is devote all
I
our
think
resources
Pope
to
Francis could eat a ham sandwich and it'd immediately go into
It appears that
Pope
Sheena
Francis declares war on the Muslims and their hatred of
should be
pork.
able to locate them shortly.
That wouldn't
Understood.
surprise me.
Thank you for your help.
So is this where we find out Sheena isn't her real name?
Is he for real?
Yeah, I just ignored his philosophical, or his quote-unquote philosophy that he was rambling about.
I didn't even notice it.
Yeah,
Was he a
it's
realist?
basically, I want to make a world where nobody can die. And it's like, that's good, but the way you're going about it, and after everything you've done, is not great. The thing is, I can definitely admit, people can change, but the fact of the matter is, Lloyd, when people change, they don't continue to murder everything in their path.
And he's not going to try anything.
Why is his voice so awkward? It just sounds like they said, "Hey,
Actually, that's not
did
What do you want?
our original voice actor
Green?
like dropped out on us,
I don't know about
and we
this,
gotta wait to ship
but
this
I don't
thing?
know if I
Is your brother still on the other line?" It's like, "Yeah, here, we need him to phone in some dialogue."
See, I don't know, because it's like, people love Zealous, and I'm not a fan.
I don't know. His dialogue seems odd to me. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
If you do anything, even the slightest bit suspicious, I'll burn you to a crisp.
Try it, and I'll use my hands, you little punk.
Welcome to our group, Regal.
I don't think that Genus has been slapped lately, has he?
No, it's been a long time.
Well, your IQ's still lower than it was. Let's see.
Zealous actually looks a lot more feminine in this
Yeah.
view.
Yeah, he does. In Presea, or not Presea, Sheena actually looks alright in this view.
She looks completely different than
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zealous, please no. Thank you, Sheena.
Even have geishas. Ninja casually. It's like a Japantown instead of Chinatown.
Yeah. Pretty much. Which they have that in Golden Sun as I can't wait till we get to Golden Sun. I love Golden Sun. It's probably my favorite RPG series. I can say that because that would mean it's not my favorite RPG.
Regal wears such an in my opinion, uncomfortable shirt because it's like I don't know.
It doesn't cover his midriff either. Don't forget that.
It's like a sports bra, but it's a
For
guy
him.
wearing it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess it's just to show off his washboard abs.
maybe. Yeah. Kind
I
of.
mean, I just imagine it gets kind of cold.
Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah, I could have sworn this was where we found out that Sheena wasn't her real name. I might be misremembering. 4,000-year history. Ramen. By the way, check that off your list too. There's ramen.
I think I may have even said that earlier. I'm like, dude,
You
just
did.
hands him a styrofoam cup of noodle.
To
There
be
is
fair,
4,000 years of tradition.
to be fair, they actually did do real ramen. At least, like,
Yeah,
it was. So, I mean, you know.
Ramen is and still is a dish. Like you gotta.
I love good ramen. Like, I really want to go and get some ramen now, but my wife won't let me. Also, because it's expensive. So I can't.
Yeah, because it's actually like traditionally made and it's served in the bowl as opposed to just opening up plastic packets and throwing it into a boiling water pot.
Right. Let's see. Nope. Reasons for the Shackles is not it.
Probably talks about his hands killing people though.
Close. There you go. Yes. Good.
You're a handcuff thief. That's exactly what my last victim said when I strangled the life out of them.
To be fair, Regal's not that violent a person. We're just making him seem that way now.
Maybe he's like the really quiet person that will like snap at the worst time and just kill somebody.
He's not that either. Well, I don't want to spoil it because it actually does lead. That actually is. What did I?
Like,
Oh, I think we're checking his title.
I kind of want to make that my next Skyrim character. I want to be an orc that's just he's
murder.
Yeah, he keeps to himself unless you insult him. So if one of the guards says, "Let me guess, someone stole your sweet roll," I'm socking them in the face, even if it means getting arrested.
Right.
Or like Nazim, the guy that says, "Do you get to the Cloud District very often?" Oh, what am I saying? Right. Of course you don't. He's gonna be the first person's neck I break. I'm going to suplex him.
Right. Oh, that would be interesting. So I think I'm checking their attacks. Or something. I don't know what I'm checking there. I'm checking something. No, go back and save. What are you doing? You're gonna have a bad time, me. Go back and save. Go back and save. Ah. Remember how we fought that skeleton thing a while back?
Oh no.
Yeah, the second
You're gonna fight that saving?
The second one's in here. I am actually, but I actually remembered something. It's not the end of the world. You'll see why in a second. Because I was like, hey, 45, I'm beating everything easy peasy at the moment, so I can take care of him, right?
I think I actually had ramen for dinner tonight. I'm starting to taste that now.
No, I won't. By the way, I lost, so instead of just wasting everybody's time, I have sped it up to, I think it's 5 times speed?
Oh, because it's a long fight.
It's a fairly long fight. Like, I lost 5 times, so I think I figured I'd just show the first one. I think I cut it after this. It's not like he's super hard, it's just... I wasn't doing him right.
He's just a sponge.
He's a sponge. Basically what you have to do is have Lloyd guard the entire time, and then when he's about to cast the spell, you cast Beast on him, because Beast knocks him down, and knocking him down stops his spell. And then you just have your spellcasters in the back just going, pew pew, pew pew pew, pew pew pew, and he dies.
At least he doesn't heal himself.
Thankfully. I don't think there's any bosses that heal themselves here. I could be wrong. I probably should have just cut this part out, but I didn't. But on the bright side, at least I made it go 5 times faster, so that's... Oh, I need to figure that out, because unfortunately I downloaded the new Lightworks, and I don't like the new Lightworks, but I haven't seen how to speed things up yet, so I'm going to have to check that out. Like, when I say I don't like the new Lightworks, it's poopy. Like, it's really bad.
Yeah.
It's awful. I'm not going to buttercoat it. It's awful. I think at this point I just said, I don't care anymore. Yeah. So thankfully, it's nice enough. Oh man, did I do this twice in a row? I am an idiot.
Could always post-production cut it, and then
yeah.
I don't know.
You guys get a suffer with me.
Or a GIF over it.
You guys get a suffer with me. Yeah, that's alright. I was gonna say, it can't go on for much longer, because we only have a minute left in the video, so... On the bright side, Ott isn't here, so he doesn't have to view this part. So, how about that Persona 5?
I think I talk about it too much.
I mean... It's a game
I literally have dreams about it.
Not that bad.
I'm going to sleep, and I've been like... Alright, who do I gotta organize? I gotta work on this, I gotta put this person there. I wake up and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not even playing it right now. What's going on?
I can understand. I think the reason I haven't done that is because I am going at a slower pace than you. Because you're like 3 or so dungeons ahead of me, right?
I'm probably gonna finish it on definitely next week.
Yeah.
Probably done Monday. Tuesday is less likely, but Wednesday would probably be the latest because I'm very, very close.
You found out who the traitor is, right?
I what?
You found out who the traitor was, right?
No, it's still
Okay.
there's still a ton of twists, but like, there's so much.
I just wasn't sure if you had yet, because I wasn't sure if you got
No.
up to the point where the jail sale was happening or not yet. Like,
No,
you
there's
actually-
just
okay.
there's a lot of stuff.
No, that's fine.
Still hasn't happened yet. So.
I just couldn't remember how far back into the past it went. Is what I suppose I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think it ever tells you about it. I think any spoilers that I ever read previously, I've basically forgotten by now,
Yeah.
or that I've tried to push us back as far as possible because now
Yeah,
everything's getting like it's getting so close.
And that's why I'm asking instead of just going, well, this is blah blah blah.
Yeah, all I know is it's gonna be a roller coaster ride all over the
Hmm.
place. Like
Yeah, it would be
even
for
getting up to parts like that.
It would be for me too, but as I said, it's just like, meh, I decided to spoil it for myself.
No, there's even gonna be moments that I never had spoiled even when I read the spoilers. Like
Yeah.
there's just
That is true, because I guess that's true, because I did not know about Joanna, and it's like, nope, out the door. You're not being, and I know that's more me being scrupulous, but it's like, I just don't want this. I don't. But I guess we should wrap it up for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching, and Pax Up Bonum.